Okay, you ready to talk Mandalorian? Mando?
Yeah.
Let's do a recap of Chapter 7, The Reckoning. Uh, there is a theme going on with me, which I'll get to in a second. I'm just gonna read what's on like the Wikipedia synopsis for the episode. I think that might be just more adequate in describing like the what happened, and then we can talk about specifics. So, the Mandalorian receives a message from Grief Karga. Karga's town has been overrun by Imperial troops led by the client, who's desperate to recover the child. Karga proposes the Mandalorian use the child as bait in order to kill the client and free the town. In return, Karga will square things with a guild, which would allow the Mandalorian and child to live in peace. Sensing a trap, the Mandalorian recruits Cara Dune and Kuil. I can't say his name. Quill, yeah, the Ugnaught to assist him. Quill is also rebuilt and reprogrammed IG-11, and the group journeys to Navarro. Upon arrival, they meet Karga and his associates, but en route to the town are attacked by Minox. Karga is injured, but the child uses the Force to heal his wounds. In return, Karga shoots his associates and explains the original plan to kill the Mandalorian and take the child to the client. The group formulates a new plan. Karga will pretend Dune captured the Mandalorian, and all three will enter the town to meet the client. Meanwhile, Quill will return the child to the ship. During the meeting, the client receives a call from Moff Gideon, whose troops surround the building and open fire, killing the client. Gideon arrives and boasts the child will soon be in his possession. In the desert outside town, scout troopers track and seemingly kill Quill before taking the child. Okay. This is going to follow... I'm just going to get it out now. This feels like it should have been an hour long. I wanted more. I wanted this to build up a little bit more, because a lot I know I say this all the time, legitimately a lot happened in this episode. A lot. So
see, I love this. I love this pacing.
How quick it is.
I enjoy. Yeah.
So we finally get some payoff on all the characters we've met so far. And the previously on little vignette at the very beginning, I kind of assumed it was going to do that, because it kind of showed at least one scene per character we've seen, including IG-88. So I was interested right from the get-go.
Yeah.
IG-11, yeah. I was curious right from the get-go of what the hell are they going to do here with this?
And look, the important thing is we got the montage of IG-11 learning things.
Yeah.
Which was so good.
There are so many just stupid things going on. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So love that.
I guess one of the first things I'll say is Cara Dune's back. I absolutely am just infatuated in love with her. And they kind of come back to her bar fighting with this weird electric tether thing with a dude in the tavern that the Mandalorian first met her. And I thought that was a cool idea for just some weird bar battles or whatever. The big takeaway from this specific scene, though, is that it cuts for a moment to Baby Yoda waddling around, and it's the most adorable goddamn thing in the world. To the point where I rewound it and watched him waddle again.
He's very good.
Yeah, just a little waddle. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool, and they kind of did... You can tell Jon Favreau is a better writer than some of the other people that have been writing, because that whole scene builds her character in just even a few words where she's I'm not interested or whatever, and some local warlord, and he's it's an Imperial. Then it's I'm in. It's okay, well, that says a lot about her now already.
It's funny having come off a heist episode.
Yeah.
And really, we're just doing a heist episode again.
Sure, building the party. Yep.
But this time we're really building a party of the characters that we already know and like.
Yep.
So it's more effective that way.
Another thing I will say is he didn't say this is the way at all in this episode, and it felt weird. However, we did get Quill to say, I have spoken. So
yeah, man, this is the way was just there to fill the space of I have spoken.
Yeah.
Once they lost I had spoken, they're like, shit, we got to come up with something else, dude. Something else.
So okay, we'll talk a little bit more about like them building up the thing, and then I'll say one of my other favorite parts. So he goes to talk to Quill, who rebuilt IG-11 in finding his dead body and teaching him how to walk again, basically just like finding a broken human being essentially with like a broken spine and like retraining them on how to be alive. And IG-11 now serves tea. So that's his big thing.
It's so good.
And dinner,
it's a great,
I guess.
Little montage.
It's a pretty good little montage, yeah. And again, more character building stuff. It really like builds this character of he is very much like a caregiver, maybe like a Zen master sort of thing at this point after kind of a life of shitty servitude. We find out in the Imperial Army, he was not recruited, but enslaved, I guess would be the more proper term. And he kind of like bought his way out by just being good at his craft. And that's why he's like, I don't know. He's just a cool dude.
Yeah.
Basically.
Over the course of like 3 human lifetimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Okay. And this is where, so altogether, now I'll say my other favorite part is they're chatting in the ship and Baby Yoda overhears that they're going back to Grief Karga, to Navarro or whatever, to kind of use him as bait. And he gets upset and starts playing around with the ship. And that's just great seeing Baby Yoda's tiny little body, like just like jerking around on the fucking stick, on the control stick. It's so good.
Don't go back there. That's a bad place.
Baby Yoda has some good.
He knows what's up.
He has some good stuff going on in this episode for sure.
Also, I mean, for me, it's when Mando and Cara Dune are arm wrestling, and Baby Yoda's like, "Yo," he fucking force chokes Cara Dune. He's like, "Yo, don't fuck with my dude."
Yeah, it's really good and like very scary.
And you're like, "Oh man, they taught him how to force choke."
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, it made him a little less cute in that moment. I got a little nervous, like oh fuck.
It's like, oh man, what has he fucking been through?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then like, okay, so they meet up with Karga. Of course, it's a fucking backstab, because why wouldn't it be? Like, why on earth would it be on the up and up, especially if he brought 3 dudes with him to, like, ensure that it went okay? The attack at night was kind of weird. Like, I know why they did it, because they needed something to happen so that they could show that Baby Yoda has a extraordinarily powerful gift with him. But it just seemed weird. I don't know. There was something about it that was just like, we're hanging out, and now fucking pterodactyls, basically.
Yeah, man. And now pterodactyls. That's what that scene is.
One of them took a dude, and the other took one of the fucking beasts, the mythosaurs or whatever. Man, no good. I felt real bad for that thing getting carried off. And also, apparently, they're poisonous, because of course they are. I don't know. Those things seem real nasty. I would not want to camp in that fucking planet with those around, for sure.
No, that was a bad time.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe this is just me, but they can't aim. They're real bad with shots. That's some stormtrooper bullshit going on there. Like, I'm gonna put it up to the fact that it's at night and it's kind of happening out of nowhere and hard to see. But damn.
I mean, also, they killed all the good bounty hunters. Only these dudes left.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So
murdered a lot of the good bounty hunters in the area. It's part of my read on what's happened. Stuck with whoever's fucking left.
So, Grief Karga gets injured, and the Baby Yoda goes up to him and puts his cute little claw out and closes his eyes and heals him. And everybody's like, "Oh shit, this kid's got something. No wonder they want it back, or they're trying to get him back, or whatever." And yeah, that gives Karga the change of heart to change his mind about the whole betrayal, kills the other two dudes that were with him that were going to take the Mandalorian out, and they go into town to talk with Werner Herzog again in his creepy accent and low whisper talk voice. And yeah, the client is just creepy in a weird way that I think works.
Well, a very Werner Herzog kind of way.
In a Werner Herzog kind of way, yeah. With the kid being taken back to the ship with the orders to lock down the ship because nothing on that planet would get through it if it was or whatever.
That part I'm dubious about.
Yeah.
Because fucking Jawas took his ship completely apart.
Yep.
But
fucking Jawas,
okay,
man.
Mando. Sure. Nothing can get in.
Yeah, nothing at all. They'll just take everything around it. They'll just take the door instead of try to get into it. Yeah, so they go in without the baby, but with the carrier, and try to do the deal. And right before they could get figured out, they were already figured out by the big bad, that Giancarlo Esposito character, Moff Gideon, who is obviously who what's her name, the assassin, was going to meet up with, and probably found her dead body in the second to last episode from this one, in episode 5.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. He just fucking gets his stormtroopers to completely
shiny stormtroopers.
He does.
His stormtroopers are all clean.
Yep. And they seem to know how to aim because they just fucking blast a hole into the side of the building, including the client and basically everybody in it, besides, of course, the main characters, because plot armor.
Yeah, man. They know how to kill everyone without plot armor.
Exactly. And that's kind of where it ends with, unfortunately, Quill getting what seems to be murdered by his scout troopers, which is a real bummer, and Baby Yoda being taken back or being picked up off the ground. Man, what a dour ending. I really didn't like that at all.
I mean, look, this is the episode where it has to be bad at the end.
Yeah, this is the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Of the trilogy.
Empire Strikes Back of the Mandalorian.
Of the Mandalorian, exactly. Yeah, no, it got me super excited for the next episode, and also kind of nervous about the next episode, and also sad remembering that the next episode is the last episode. So,
yep,
a lot of feelings came out of this one.
It was good to have Jon Favreau back at the helm. It felt like the ship had been righted. It was good to see the good characters back. Getting Cara Dune as part of the crew, very important.
Yep.
IG-11 making tea, hilarious. It's pretty good.
Yep, for sure.
Seeing those blargs on the ship.
Yep, just chilling out.
Yeah, man. Baby Yoda force choked Cara Dune. That's not cool. But
kind of cool.
It's not. But also, goddamn.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah. No, for sure.
This show's good.
The show is so good. So many feelings of oh, I love these characters. I'm so happy to see them back. Oh no, one of them might be dead. Oh no, Baby Yoda. And then, oh no, there's only one episode left ever. There's so many bad things that this episode reminded me of I really like this. This thing is almost over though. Happiness is almost done. So I don't know. Also, 11 days until the next episode. 9 days, sorry. I don't know, man. That's a long time from now. This is super morbid. I hope I don't die before then. I need to know. I need to know how this ends. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't need to know. I would like to know.
Oh, I need to know.
We'll see how it goes.
I will haunt Earth until my my spirit will haunt Earth until Chapter 8 comes out, and then I'll go away.
Until Baby Yoda is okay.
I have a bad feeling Baby Yoda might not get okay. I'm not sure. So an interesting thing to see here is there is a critical reception by episode graph that was released. Percentage of positive reviews tracked by Rotten Tomatoes. And I'll give you, it's a steady upcline. So episode 1 was at about 88%. Episode 2 was at about 91%. 3 at about 92 or 93%. Then 4, it starts declining a little bit, going back to 92-ish%. Episode 5 went down to 72 roughly percent. So it's just as a giant drop. Episode 6 went up a little bit to about 81%, and then it shot up to 100% for this last episode. It went all the way back up to 100% positive reviews. So people are stoked for this episode, apparently. And I don't blame them, frankly.
Yeah, it was good.
I got a...
Most of the negative review stuff was like, this isn't plot.
Yeah, for sure.
The last two.
And this is nothing but plot. So they got what they wanted, for sure. I got what I wanted with the characters being all back together again, and seeing Baby Yoda waddle around a little bit was so adorable. Yeah, I don't know. So I got an email today that said, hurry up, your Disney Plus subscription is running out. And I just realized that I don't care, because the thing I have it for basically ends next week. So I don't know. I might re-up it because it's kind of nice to just have the library of stuff anytime I want to watch something. But this is what I have Disney Plus for currently. And
yeah,
that's a weird realization to realize today, that this is about to be canceled, and I don't care, because the thing is almost over that I care about. I don't have a whole lot more to say specifically about this, because for me it was really just this was a nice first part of the finale, and realization of why these characters were shown in the show. They're coming back to form the super group, the super band Voltron at the end. Yeah. And I am just patiently waiting now at this point to see what goes on with the final episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what IG-11 is going to do in the finale.
You know he's going to do something.
He's got to do something.
Yeah.
He's going to make so much tea.
Yeah, I really hope he shoots somebody. And I really hope it's not Mando. But it might be.
Who knows?
Who knows? This is the way.
Literally, the season ends with IG-11 shooting Mando in the head and taking Baby Yoda.
Yeah. And then saying, "This is the way I have spoken," and walking off into the sunset.
Oh, that would be so good.
It would actually be pretty good, for sure. Okay, so next week, December 27th, final episode. I'm sure we'll be talking about it at some point that weekend, so that'll be our last recap, and we will know what happened. I just realized that these are about half an hour each. We're at 3.5 hours worth of content talking about this show.
Yeah, man.
So that's kind of interesting to think about, but I'm excited to do I'm assuming if things come together in a crazy way, it's going to be a long conversation next time, but we'll have to see, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep. Either way, I'm excited. But now you and I have to talk about the movie because that came out today. So I'm going to end one recording and we'll start off the next one.